In business, companies are typically allowed only one failure. They can file for bankruptcy, restructure their debts, and survive to fight another day. However, Spirit Airlines failed on multiple occasions. In late 2024, they filed for bankruptcy and survived. But less than a year later, in August 2025, they filed for bankruptcy again. This is referred to as a Chapter 22, a rare occurrence that few companies fully recover from. Their stock ticker is gone, their planes are being dismantled for parts and sold to United and American Airlines, and those bright yellow planes that people love to criticize are vanishing from the skies forever. But here's the alarming part. Spirit did not fail due to bad customer service or a decrease in passenger numbers. They were essentially killed, and the weapon used was the United States government. To understand why Spirit is no longer in operation, we need to go back to early 2024. Spirit was overwhelmed by debt and had one crucial lifeline, a merger with JetBlue. This merger was a perfect solution. JetBlue would repay Spirit's debt, and the airline would become the fifth largest in America. It would have saved the company and preserved thousands of jobs. However, the Department of Justice intervened and blocked the deal. They sued to block the merger, arguing that if Spirit were to disappear, ticket prices would increase. They claimed to be protecting low-income customers. The moment the judge halted the merger, Spirit was effectively a walking corpse. The government locked them in a financial room with no exit and threw away the key. But then things took a turn for the worse, much worse. Spirit Airlines relies entirely on the Airbus A320neo, which is generally a good aircraft. However, there was a fatal flaw with the engines. A manufacturing defect in Pratt & Whitney engines allowed microscopic cracks to develop in the metal. This led to a global recall. While Delta and United were able to replace their planes, Spirit could not. At one point, nearly 20% of their entire fleet was grounded. Imagine paying rent for a house you're not allowed to live in. That was Spirit. They were spending millions of dollars each month for planes that were just sitting in a desert, gathering dust. In a desperate attempt to change their situation, Spirit abandoned their ultra-low-cost model. They introduced bundled fares, added priority check-in, and tried to offer a more premium experience. But it didn't work. If you want luxury, you fly Delta. If you want low fares, you fly Spirit. By attempting to be both, they risked becoming nothing. Liquidation has already begun. They are selling their gates at Chicago O'Hare and offloading their routes. The irony is cruel. The government blocked the merger to preserve low prices, but in killing Spirit, they destroyed the only airline that genuinely kept fares low. Spirit Airlines is dead, and your flight tickets are about to get a lot more expensive. Spirit is just the first domino to fall. Another major company is on the verge of declaring bankruptcy and is currently concealing billions in losses. If you want to know who is next before it happens, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Consider this your warning.